Nothing says frightening like an abandoned amusement park, and if we're lucky, we might just see this one in Fallout 76. West Virginia is full of mysterious happenings, creatures, and locations, and the Lake Shawnee Amusement Park fits right in. The park has officially been closed since 1966, is perfect horror movie material, and it's being visited by ghost hunters to this very day. Before it was an amusement park, the site of the establishment was originally a Native American burial ground, something that wasn't exactly regarded by the park's founder. In fact, some have regarded it as one of the most haunted places in America. But if it wasn't the burial ground that was responsible for all of these happenings, it was a famously gruesome incident that happened there. This is the story of the Clay family. What happened to them was a common occurrence back in these times, a tribal attack. In 1783, Mitchell Clay, a European settler, and his 3 children were hunting one day when a local Shawnee tribe ambushed the family and killed all 3 of the kids. His youngest son, Bartley, was the first to go via scalping, while his daughter Tabitha was stabbed to death, and the third and oldest child, Ezekiel, was taken away and later burned at the stake. Mitchell Clay lived, and after burying his 3 kids, later took revenge by killing a large number of the tribesmen. Purchased by Conley T. Snido, a businessman, he didn't exactly see the amusement park thrive and prosper like he wanted. A boy once drowned in the park's swimming pond, and a girl was hit by a truck while riding the circular swing set. This was only 2 out of 6 major deaths that occurred during the amusement park's heyday. The land, of course, was considered cursed, not only because of its burial ground roots, but also due to the massacre that occurred while the Clay family owned it. There has obviously never been a good thing to come to people in places lurking on Native American burial grounds, and this specific location is believed to have more than 3,000 deceased tribals underneath the site. In 1985, Gaylord White II purchased the park and has reported strange occurrences throughout the now barren park. He once said, "Sometimes the seat will start to move underneath your hand until you feel cold air blowing through your seat. And when you get to the middle, you feel something warm, and we believe that's her spirit." White was most likely referring to the girl who died on the swing set. He continues with, "She looked at me, and as long as she looked at me, I couldn't move." This place also features the usual aspects of a haunted amusement park, the sound of laughter and footsteps, along with the swings moving by themselves and no wind blowing on them. It's currently frequented by ghost hunters and thrill seekers around Halloween time, where the park is open to paranormal tours. But of course, flashlights are required. Thus ends the story of the Lake Shawnee Amusement Park, but it still sits there, waiting for any traveler to discover the horrors it left behind. If you could name one of the most terrible places you could be 100 years ago, one of those places would be an insane asylum. Practices were primitive and painful. Conditions were disgusting, and abuse among patients wasn't uncommon. Located in Weston, West Virginia, you'll find a large structure made of Gothic stone which has been standing high since 1881. It had originally meant to house only 250 people in the beginning, but the numbers later rose to 717 people by 1880, 1,661 by 1938, 1,800 by 1949, and a whopping 2,600 patients by the 1950s. In a 1949 report, it was said that the patients, consisting of, quote, epileptics, alcoholics, drug addicts, and non-educatable mental defectives, were subject of terrible living conditions, poor lighting, poor sanitation, and heating were only to name a few of the asylum's many horrors. To make matters worse, the Weston Asylum was home to West Virginia's lobotomy project, where the state funded a way to reduce the site's numbers because of the overwhelming amount of patients. Old asylums like the Trans-Allegheney Lunatic Asylum are some of the biggest haunted hospitals in the world. It makes sense that restless spirits haunt the halls of this place even to this day. Ever since it closed in 1994, signs of the paranormal have been extremely thick in this facility. You name it. Strange voices, whispers, shadow people, and strange sensations only scratch the surface. A multitude of ghost hunting reality shows have visited this place, as some might even mark this as West Virginia's most haunted location. Even though most of the building is closed off to visitors, plenty can still be seen with its popular overnight tours. In short, if you're in need of a good scare, the Trans-Allegheney Lunatic Asylum is for you. please stay in touch with me via my social media, and feel free to follow me via my recently started Twitch channel. Also, if you're a Vault Dweller yearning for the music of Fallout, download the A-Bomb Radio app or give it a search on TuneIn Radio. You won't regret it.